No, yeah, I've been doing some stuff. Like I did San Diego with Chappelle last night,
Nice.
and then we have like this Balkan comedy group that we go around.
Vulcan comedy group?
Balkan.
Balkan?
Like, yeah. So there's
Czech.
like all the like
Or
you
Croat?
Know, there's two. There's another Croatian. There's a
Croat?
Serbian chick. Croat. Either one's fine.
Okay.
It's not offensive. If that's what you're.
I don't know. You never know these days.
But yeah, we went to St. Louis a couple weeks ago. We did San Jose. We did L.A. We have San Diego next.
So who's in this Croat group?
My buddy Stanko, who's a comedian. Lulu Jovovich. I don't know if you know her.
Are they all Croatian, or is it like?
She's Serbian.
You have some enemies.
Some enemies. Yeah. It's actually fun to have the enemies. I realized. Like it didn't hit me because I do a different set for like these shows.
It's just all in Croatian.
Not Croatian language, but like all kind of themed around that. I have a different set, and I realized like, damn, I kind of just shit on all the other countries the whole time.
Well, I mean, it would make sense.
Yeah.
Easy targets. Do you speak Croatian?
This is poorly. Yeah.
Is Croatian a language?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
I wasn't sure what language you speak over there.
Croatian.
Okay.
Yeah. But then it's like
so you're just doing like the Croatian Knights of Columbus, basically.
Pretty much.
That's all right, dude. Those guys. I did.
No, it's real venues. But yeah, it's pretty cool. We've sold out like every show we've done. Like it's cool. It is like a niche, like very niche audience, but it's big enough and underserved enough. Whereas like there's nothing like this for like these people. That's like, whoa, like we've seen like, you know, Mexican comics, Asian comics, but there's no comics that do our stuff. So it is like, it's cool for them to like.
There is a lot to be said for that, because I mean, like, fucking Joe Coy's a millionaire just doing Filipino comedy. Yeah. I mean, there's that Liz Blanc's part of it, like those teachers. It's just a former teachers that go around do a former teachers show. I mean, they do like fucking arenas now. Yeah, you know, fucking Jason Chaney has like a whole Thai, not Thai, but a Taiwanese.
Yeah, and it's I don't want to obviously be like only known for that, but it is as like you know, earlier in your career, cool to be able to like put, you know, some cool shows together, travel a bit, and like. I think I'm
gonna put together a butthole comedy group.
Who would that?
Where all the jokes are just about assholes.
Who would that include?
Eating them, pooping out of them, that kind of thing. Because it seems to be, I've cornered the market on Instagram for asshole jokes.
It would just be a one man show.
who's your other four?
Yeah, exactly. It's just me 4 different times.
Do it in the lab.
me with 4 half an hours of asshole jokes.
This next comic, you're gonna love him. Just do a circle.
We'll just welcome myself back to the stage.
Like real change
and just start over again.
I think that could sell.
Something's got to give.
Yeah, that kind of stuff is hot right now. So
are we in? All right, guys, welcome back. Welcome to the Ready, Set, Blow podcast. Got Georgie Dulcich back. Dulcich.
What's up, guys?
Yeah, my editor extraordinaire. So if you don't like the clips, blame this motherfucker.
Yeah, Mr. Master over here. Been working on the railroad.
I know. You've been asking me about the road. You've been on the road?
Yeah. You got the, we're all on your payroll right here.
Yeah. I mean, well, so you were telling me, so those who don't know, Georgie here also produces Jeff Dye's, what's the name of the podcast again?
Everybody's Got a Price.
Everybody's Got a Price.
And it's Patreon.
On Patreon.
Yeah, they need to get you on. I can't wait for you to be on.
I know. Well, that's the thing. I feel like I'm the Al Roker. To his Conan O'Brien, like
trust me, the Patreon recognizes the room. I think.
Yeah. Like as soon as there's fallout, they know I'm sitting around available.
Yeah.
So I wasn't their first guest, so they knew they can get me anytime they want. Yeah. So there's no rush. Basically, I could be on 5 times a fucking year. And it wouldn't be a problem.
No, they gotta get you on that. That would be fun.
Yeah, but you're saying you were editing that, and they were complaining on that podcast about how much I work while we're on the road.
They were ribbing you a bit, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, well, like I said,
Josh said he's like, one time I'll say this to Randy's face.
Yeah, he wouldn't dare, and I'll say that publicly.
Like I'll say it for you.
He wouldn't fucking dare.
It's like, we're trying to tell jokes and stuff, and then Randy's on his phone the whole time.
Yeah, well, unfortunately for Josh's jokes aren't funny, so I'm doing him a favor. Fucking Josh Nelson, shout out Josh Nelson. No, but I was telling you, like it used to be when we were on the road. Now that we're doing doing theaters with Jeff and his career's on the rise, we're doing one-nighters in different theaters, and then we drive to the next theater. It's like, anywhere from a 3 to a 5 hour drive to the next city. So usually I do this work in the hotel room when these assholes are sleeping, and they'll get up at like 2 o'clock and we'll get coffee. Yeah. Now, we're up at like fucking 10 and in the car, so I got to deal with this shit while they're driving to the next thing. While those two are arguing, and I'm like, and they're giving me shit about it. But I'm like, how do you think how do you think this fucking wheel gets turning?
Yeah. Yeah.
Where do you think Second Floor Studios gets a good portion of its rent? This guy. So you gotta keep me working so the fucking podcast studio lights can stay on.
And it's also
Jeff.
like they're making like up there making butthole jokes, and then you're actually like trying to make big deals and stuff. It's not like, the audacity to complain about like you doing actual work.
Yeah, I'm trying to secure a $15 million debt deal, and these guys are arguing over who should be playing first base for the Padres. Like, I think my conversation is a little more important.
Yeah.
Maybe you guys pipe down, you'll learn something.
You guys should just just record while you guys are driving.
Oh my god!
And just
dude, it's honestly like traveling with my parents before the divorce. Like they just needle each other the whole trip. The whole trip. It's actually kind of funny. Which I'm almost glad I'm in the back, not having to participate, because I feel like it would have damaged our friendship at this point. My friendship with both Josh Nelson and Jeff died, but I'm glad it's not the case.
Yeah, I don't want that to happen.
No. So what's new with you? So how many years has it been now you've been in? Because last time I saw you, Georgie, you got a hell of a lot funnier, and I like it.
Yeah.
Not to say that you weren't funny before, but
well, I mean, it's hard to. I guess like I'm like 3-ish years in, because I technically started in 2019. I was living in New York, and I did like the Comedy Cellar class and was doing the mics over there and stuff. But then COVID hit, so then came back to LA. And
2 dead years. I include them in mine, even though there wasn't much.
I mean,
comedy
I
to do.
did stuff like I did fucking mics in parks and stuff. So there was that, and then, but I mean, it's different than obviously like doing normal shit. And then I was in Croatia for a year. So I don't know. This first
you went to Croatia for a year?
Yeah.
During the pandy?
Yeah.
Did they have it over there?
Basically,
or did they
all
just
of
go
2021.
Vladimir Putin, it doesn't exist.
So it's kind of funny because they're like super based on tourism stuff, like the whole economy. So they can't really afford to be shut down during the summer, because then it's like, well, then the wheels aren't greased at all for the whole year. So they kind of like they played the game during winter, fall, spring, we're doing stuff, and we're like not super strict, but there were rules, and they were kind of there were things you had to abide by. So then they could just open the floodgates during summer and just be like, oh, we were doing stuff then, and then now we can let loose a little bit. So it was interesting to see that play the game. But I don't count that year. I mean, obviously I wasn't doing any comedy in Croatia.
They don't have local comedy.
And then I mean, I guess they're starting to now.
I was your Croatian probably isn't good enough.
Yeah, but they're doing. I guess they have English shows too. So that would be cool. Eventually. But yeah, I say like 3.5 years. I just shake it all down, like really like focused on it. So
nice.
Yeah,
nice. So Croatia, what are the women like over there? Because I feel like those are the women we buy here in the United States.
They're old school,
mail order catalog style.
They're old school. They like to do all the. I mean, maybe I'm speaking for them, but
go ahead, speak for them. They can't speak for themselves. I'll never have a Croatian speaking woman on this podcast. I can tell you right now.
I don't know, they're very traditional, like very down to be like
so you can hit
the housewife. Yeah,
no, I'm kidding.
They'll hit back. Actually, Croatian girls are strong. But I have some friends from like Croatian friends from LA, like born and raised in LA, but Croatian, and they got Croatian wives and like shipped them back over here, and it's like kind of like a thing.
What does that go? What do they go for? Like
the going rate?
If I was in the market for a Croatian woman,
well,
Mike, now you look like the kind of guy that would know.
You think I have that type of money? I have fall off Randy Valerio money. I'm doing real bad.
Yeah, exactly. He's relying on me to pay the bills. He's struggling worse than I am.
I think Mike is more, if he's gonna buy a wife, it's Asian than Eastern European.
Yeah,
God gave me 2 hands, fellas.
You need both?
Yeah, I do.
Oh,
yeah,
want to tickle my butt?
There's a good question from Mike. Now, would you go Asian or would you go Eastern European for mail order bride? These are tough questions.
Thinking Asian.
Asian. What about you, bud?
Eastern European, of course.
I think I go Eastern European. Yeah. I don't have a thing for Asian. I just don't. And I think it's because I grew up with Latin women and they're curvier.
You also want to I don't know, think about your offspring and Eastern European.
No, I'm not having
girls
any children.
No,
there's no way.
None?
You brought one over to have kids?
No way, dude.
I mean, mail
if
order
I wanted
bride.
kids, I would just buy them over there too. It's all for sale. You know, this seems to be the only country that doesn't, legalize fucking human trafficking.
You have no interest in spreading the seed?
No. Why would I?
Continuing the lineage?
You want kids?
Eventually, yeah.
Really? How many you want?
I haven't thought that far, but
Are your parents still together?
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Okay.
All right. I mean, like,
Yeah.
I feel like you ask that question to people whose parents are split up, and you're going to get less than 50% want to have children. Because I feel like, I don't know if I talked about this in the podcast before, but I feel like there's multiple reasons I don't want kids. One, I'm selfish, and I'll admit that. A lot of people don't.
I'm like, yeah, you are selfish.
Right? A lot of people don't. Right?
Yeah.
I'm putting myself and my career ahead of my progeny.
Yeah, 100%.
And two, I don't think the world is going to be better for my children than it was for me. So if I love these unborn children, why would I have them?
No, you do. You bring up really good points, and those are. I have no no pushback on all of them. I don't have anything to say against them. But those are good points. It is easy to be selfish too. Like I'm like, sometimes I do think like, fuck, I kind of like just doing whatever the fuck.
No, but even in a lot of ways, even having children, the decision to have children is a selfish decision because you want to have the feeling of what it's like to have a child. You want to bring. You want your legacy to live on through your children. So it's a little piece of you leave behind.
To your point,
I know I'm a piece of shit, and none of my
DNA
DNA should be left on this planet.
Yeah.
It should all die with me. Is what I'm saying.
Do you have any siblings that could?
Yeah, it's bad enough my sister has a niece, and they're good kids though. But unfortunately, 1/4 of their DNA is shared with me, and that's not a good thing. So
no, I wanna have some little me's.
Really?
Yeah, eventually. I don't know.
Do you think
I'll be like Marv Marinovich though? Fucking
who's Marv Marinovich?
Todd Marinovich's dad. Do you know Todd Marinovich?
Who the fuck is Todd? The guy
USC quarterback, and like
dad he was prepared him from birth to be
robo quarterback or whatever they called him. His dad when he was a kid, his dad tied his right hand down so he would be forced to be a lefty, so he would be a lefty quarterback.
Really?
How crazy is that?
That's fucking insane, but also that's pretty stupid because it's if the whole offense is swapped, and a lot of coaches don't like that.
Yeah, but there is something about I don't know why it's like
maybe it could have been any sport, right? If he's a lefty pitcher,
yeah,
right?
lefty
pitchers are more valuable.
Is the thing too, but I'll probably do something like that.
Torture your kid.
Yeah,
just be like a small, Michael Jackson dad. What's his name? Fucking Jimmy Jackson. Fucking
Joe
Jackson. Jimmy Jackson.
Yeah,
Joe Jackson.
I don't know,
just beat him when he doesn't get the words right to a song.
I'll put him in like in MMA or something,
and kick your ass.
Yeah, but then the thing is, like, there's also like if you're not like the top of the line like MMA fighter, you really don't make that much money. Do you know? Have you seen any of the Bare-Knuckle stuff? Are you familiar with that Bare-Knuckle boxing?
I am
promotion
familiar because Todd McDuffie. Mm-hmm. Is a gentleman I met, an acquaintance of mine, who I once was drunk and mouthed off to, and he was just at a bare-knuckle fight this weekend.
Oh, fuck.
And he's legit.
He was on the LA card?
Todd Duffy, yeah.
Okay, so I just saw this.
It looks like you could have scared Todd Duffy to the ground, though, judging by the fight that he just had.
Oh, he got his ass kicked?
It looked like he took a dive almost.
Oh, really? Well, I'm pretty sure no matter what, he can kick me all over the fucking curb. I mean, the guy is an absolute tank. He's 6'4", 250 pounds, shredded.
So they fought in LA over the weekend or last week. No, it was this weekend. And so California Athletic Commission, you have to, they reveal the purses and stuff for the fighters. Guess what the lowest paid payout was for the fighter?
I bet for something like this, like fucking $5,000.
$500.
$500? I was off by a magnitude of 100
to do bare knuckle boxing.
10?
$500. Who's fucking that like down bad that you're gonna like? I would.
Dude, there are feature spots I won't do for that money, and I'm just telling jokes, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, holy shit! Oh yeah, here he goes.
Oh, he fought against Ben Rothwell.
You know these
if
people?
You call it a fight.
Oh.
The guy on the right used to be in the UFC and knocked out.
Yeah, the guy on the left.
Our former boss was put to sleep.
Terror to be next to. He's a really sweet guy, and he knew I was drunk, so he was just fucking razzing me. But he could have kicked my ass.
Where did you meet him?
Right. I met him through Nathan Lowe, comedian.
I remember.
Yeah. I met him at the Woodman of all places. We were drinking during the pandy. Oh, he's already on the ground. I mean, it was this quick. Holy shit! We can watch the whole fight in fucking 15 seconds.
15 more and it'll be over.
Oh, really? Whoa. Let's see. I mean, I want to see if he.
Could you imagine?
Because he didn't really connect there.
Yeah, and the same thing happens again. And he quits.
Damn, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so I'm saying, like, if you scared him real good for a second.
I didn't scare him at all. Trust me. He had the
He's
balls.
also up against Ben Rothwell.
Yeah, he had the balls to get in the ring with this guy. I'm sure, and he's twice my size.
He's not even like cut or anything.
He must have torn something and
Damn.
maybe his heart, maybe his shoulder.
Well, he also
I don't
saw
know.
what the purse was and said, "You know what? Fuck it, I'm taking the
Yeah,
ride."
for $500.
For $500, I'm not getting.
Yeah.
Dude, $500.
I'm not getting my face rearranged. I'm gonna have more medical bills than I'm gonna get for this.
Yeah,
fight.
it's so dumb. And then like a lot of the like they're like, oh,
Shout out Todd Duffy. Good job, buddy.
They're like,
you survived.
Take your $500 and get the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
Something that they're like, we're modern day gladiators and stuff. Put everything on the line, not for $500. Like
No.
I'm not doing that. Like,
But there are people that would do. I mean, there are guys out there that like just to come across as a tough guy. I mean, like think about it. If like the open micer version of a UFC fighter, you start out in backyard brawls. I mean, like you're doing fucking Kimbo Slice YouTube videos. to try to get
Masvidal was fighting for McChickens.
it is true. I guess if you're trying to do like, but
Well, what are their other options, right? I mean, like if you're
That's- no,
if
yeah,
you're a
it
really
is,
great
but,
collegiate
like-
wrestler and you're done with the Olympics, you have nowhere else to go, right?
Yeah.
So you go into this and you take
That's how it
and you take a
starts.
ham sandwich for a fight. I mean,
Yeah.
like, that's
Yeah.
really which is crazy. Like that they get the same I would get to tell dick jokes at a strip mall.
and they know they have the fucking leverage. So just like,
Yeah, look at this. These guys are animals. What is it? $43? You said this fight was for? $43?
McChickens.
Yeah, that's the other thing too. You walk into a fucking yard and you kick a guy's ass. You don't know if his boys have a gun. These backyard Florida fights. Someone gets upset and they shoot you after the fight. Guy looks like Johnny Damon.
A little bit.
Right? Like, fucking, what's going on here?
this actually reminds. So last time we talked about Serena Williams.
Yeah, fighting.
If we could fight her, and I had thought about that after, and I'm doubling down on the can kick her ass, and that any of us could, and I'm doubling down on the point that I made. We give her too much credit just because we're like, oh, it's Serena Williams, she's a great athlete. I think I forgot what her stats were, but she was like 5'7", 150 or something.
5'9".
But here's my
150,
thing, and I've thought about this. And this is why we give her too much credit, just because we're like, oh, it's Serena Williams. If there was a male tennis player, the same size as her, we'd be like, fucking loser. We'd fucking kick his ass.
She's 42.
Yeah, I mean, she's my size, dude. She's like 5'10", 185. Whatever. I'm 185 pounds. She's 155 pounds. Like
I know.
She probably walks around at 185.
Dude, there's no walking around out there.
You know what I'm saying?
But if there was a male tennis player who was like,
That
5'8",
jacked.
140, no, we'd be like, we fucking kick this guy's ass. He's
I bet if there was a male tennis player who was as jacked as she was,
you would not give the male tennis player as much credit as you're giving her.
No, if he was as big as her, I bet he gets. He's a pro athlete. He can kick my ass too.
I think.
Right?
Yeah, what size? 5'10" and how much?
Whatever she weighs, 150
Is she
pounds.
5'10"? I don't think she's 5'10".
She's
though.
5'9".
5'9".
And 155
She's like 150.
pounds, something like that. She is 42, so I'll give you that. They don't give her a 154. Yeah.
So let's spin this around. That is also, other than the age, Max Holloway.
Okay, but he's a
Trained
fighter. He's a fighter, a tennis player.
I'm not trained.
All right, here's a good one. Brittany Griner, because she's fucking huge.
Here's a
So
good
she's
one.
bigger than all of us.
Me versus 4 flights of stairs.
We know what happened. You fell downstairs and hurt your ankle.
Like, that was one step.
Me versus
Like,
a large
I'm not
pizza.
taking Serena.
I think I could beat Brittany Griner in a fight.
You think so? I think,
Yeah.
dude. I think to get inside on her would be tough for you, buddy. She's like 6'6".
No, she's big, but big girl fall hard.
She is, yeah, but she is, yeah. What get her stats up here? This is not going to cause any problems. In the
She might
internet.
be bigger
What
than
women?
6'6",
what
honest.
professional female athletes can
we
these,
kick
can these
their-
3 guys beat the shit out of?
Hey, I'm a pacifist. I said none.
Yeah, give me her height.
She's 33. She's 6'9".
okay.
6'9",
She's younger.
big. She's got to be like
Yeah, she's got to be over
220.
200 pounds. Yeah, 220.
Okay, I don't know.
So I think she could definitely take me
205.
because I have to.
205, 6'9", 205. That's a stick.
She's John Jones.
Yeah, if she's got any sort of jab, she's not gonna let me inside. I got to get inside to do damage.
I think it will be close. I think I could.
Dude, if she knows how to throw a knee, it's hitting you right in that chin.
Yeah. What female athlete do you know you can't fuck up? Like, do you think you could fuck up a professional female fighter? Because you play
Probably
football,
not.
whatnot. Really? Even 120 pounder?
Macy Barber.
Well, it was like because I train like I train MMA, like I do that as like my workout and
You're
stuff.
You're a young comedian, you got to make it. So you know.
Yeah.
It's like older comedians going to AA. That's how you get gigs.
But I mean, like I you're on that circuit.
Yeah, I'm bound for that one pretty soon.
But I mean, like in like our group or whatever, there are guys who are like professional fighters who are smaller, who are like 135, 45, 55, and I go up against them and I can hold my own. At least I don't win, but it's like, and you got to think they're probably better than woman fighters.
But you don't think if they were going 100% that they couldn't fucking just?
No, yeah, they probably could.
Because that's what I'm saying. I feel like a 12-year-old 100-pound girl who is a purple belt in jiu-jitsu would fuck up my world. Because I don't know anything about it. I'm 41 years old.
If she got you on the
and I grew up
ground,
just fighting on the street. Like people nowadays have like fucking technique that didn't exist in the 80s when I came up fighting.
More nervous about hand speed. Like, what if one of these people just like you can't even? They're just making you miss.
That's
you can't even
point.
see them. They got you on skates and just pow, just.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before it even gets to the ground.
Yeah, you're just eating left and right, and you're trying to keep them.
Yeah. I've never taken a boxing class.
If
now
somebody
slips one out,
but
just screams me.
Yeah.
No, yeah. If they're like a trained fighter, obviously, but there is like
Macy Barber is. We're talking 125.
She would fuck me up.
Yeah, she probably would.
Yeah, I mean, if you're fighting at the professional level, like I might be able to go into like a BJJ gym here in the Valley and get some yellow belt and fucking stomp his head in, or her head in.
Yeah.
I want to be an equal opportunity, abuser. But anyone who's fighting at this level will fuck me up.
Oh,
Flat out.
Yeah.
I mean, like I couldn't beat up a high school wrestler, let alone one of these chicks who's fucking 6-0 in the UFC or whatever.
No, yeah,
Fuck
she
my
would.
world up.
She'd beat you, and she's hot too. So that's a plus.
Oh man,
I'd let her.
What would happen first? She knocks me out, or I come.
Jesus, dude.
She knocks you out.
And then I come.
That's what makes you.
I come while I'm seeing birds.
All right, we can stop talking about.
I bet these chicks are into that though. I bet given that they're so dominant in the ring, I bet they're the kind of girls that are like, not just choke me, but like hit me in the head with a brick during sex. Strangle me, Kyle.
Yeah, they really need to do some gnarly stuff in there because they already do gnarly stuff outside.
To submit them in bed is you really got to break out the plastic bags and the duct tape.
Ralph's plastic bag.
Yeah, break out the tarps and the waterboarding materials. Let's get kinky.
I feel like you'd like that though.
No, not to that degree. Not to that degree. I'm always cautious, man. Girls these days, choke me. It's like if I go any harder, I'm going to leave handprints, and who's going to explain that to the police?
Yeah,
right. Like who's you got to explain that to authorities if they show.
It's like
why she got a mouse under her eyes? That's what she wanted. Yeah, right. Yeah, bullshit, buddy.
It's like the Bill Burr bit where it's like, you know which one I'm talking about?
No.
Where it's like, they're in the courtroom or whatever, and like abuse or whatever, domestic abuse, and they're reading the transcript of like their altercation like in the bedroom, and it's like, no, please stop, don't do that, but how she really said it was no, please.
Oh yeah.
It's like, I don't know. Come on, stop. But when they read it out loud, when the bailiff's reading it,
exactly, when you're just reading a transcript, there's no nuance in a transcript.
It's so funny.
I know. And that actually, I've said it before, and it might be, I'm sure it's controversial if I say it again, which I will.
Yeah, when have you ever held back?
I know. At this point,
don't stop now.
Don't stop now. But, because I think Bill talks about this in one of his bits, no means no. It's like, well, or it might have been Neil Brennan. No means, kiss my neck, twist my nipples, check back in 5.
Yeah.
I think it might have been Neil Brennan. But
it's a similar,
It is true, though. Like, if you take every word that comes out of somebody's mouth verbatim and don't get the context or the nuance, even women in romantic situations, there's subtext that you miss.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
so like if you just read the transcript, of an account like that, it's like, oh, but she's like, no, stop. Like you said. And I feel like if men took the first no and never checked back in, we would be out of New Humans in two generations. Right. Because every woman rejects you in some way at first, even if they like you. They want you to work a little bit harder, not convince them, but show a little bit more, go on that third date, wow them in some way.
Yeah.
If every guy took the first no as that's it, I'm never trying again, in 20 years, the birth rate would drop to 0.
Yeah, that is a good point. And then, but yeah, that's why it's funny. We're just like, like you said, the missing subtext is just like can really screw you.
Yeah. Have you ever shot down a woman's advance?
Yeah.
That's a little weird.
Yeah.
How did she take it?
I don't know. Like, I don't know. I feel awkward, but I don't know. Sometimes like, I don't know, like girls like come up to, or like I'll get DMs sometimes and stuff, and just
All
like,
right.
oh, like okay.
George is still single sliding his DMs after the episode.
Yeah. I don't know. It kind of makes me sound like a douche saying that, but it's just like, I don't know.
No, well, that's the thing. It's women are usually on the other side of this equation, but
I think I feel
you never hear
worse
from the guy's side of it, right?
Yeah, I think I feel worse doing it than girls feel when they do it.
Yes, of course, because women do it more frequently.
Yeah.
And as a guy, you know what it feels like to be rejected, and women don't. And as a guy, you're trying to do the right thing, and you're being mindful of her feelings, so you don't want to do that because you don't want to hurt a woman's feelings. Because no man really does, unless you're a fucking monster like Harvey Weinstein or something. But that's a thing, and like I feel like women don't take rejection the way men do. They're not as good. They're not as good at it. Men eat fucking losses all day. In fact, I would go so far as to say that one of the biggest parts of being a man is getting comfortable with being rejected.
Yeah,
you know, because it's just you lose in sports. You get rejected by women. You don't get the job you want. You try harder. I mean, like, whereas women, I feel like, you know, because they're better looking and more interesting than men, typically, things are like thrown at their feet. So to have somebody say, no, "I'm not interested," it's like, what?
Yeah.
You know,
so
every other guy's
unexpected.
chasing me. I think the one opportunity to chase you, and you say no. It really fucks with their ego and their sense of self.
Yeah. Have you ever got sucked onto a depression algorithm on Instagram?
What's the depression?
Male depression algorithm.
Are you in the incel world now?
I sometimes I guess you watch one reel for like too long and then that becomes your entire fucking scrolling.
Yeah.
But it's just like
what's the depression algorithm?
I don't know, just things like I don't know, things like when you finally realize that like letting her go was the best thing for her and you're willing to do that for her, things like that. Or it's like,
oh my God,
what would you do to, or like it'll be like a like I saw one today, it was like Francis Ngannou, who's a fighter, and he's like knocking someone out, and the caption is like win this fight and you go back to the first time you met her. And then it's just like him but stuff like that, or it's like a compilation of like movie like scenes with like sad music of like movies where it's like a white guy with like some
sounds really emo
inner depression, where it's like the Joker or Fight Club or something like that, and it's all cut up with like sad music and some caption like you thought she was the one, but she had like 10 other ones on her, and
she always has 10 other ones. Guys. This is the pussification of the American male.
And all the comments are like, yeah, it's okay, bro, like me too, like, loved her for 3 years, she left like it was nothing.
Yeah, guys, that's this is what it is to be a man. These young people on these young men on social media, it's just a series of humiliations. Life is just a series of humiliations punctuated by a couple moments of joy. That's really what it boils down to. Like I was talking about this with Mac Lawson, how men are just getting so soft. It's like, yeah, life sucks. That's it. Get over it. Like, you want to make it better, but this stewing about, like, what are we, chicks? What made hanging out with dudes cool is that we just buried this shit.
Yeah.
Can we just go back to doing that?
Yeah.
Can we just fucking put it in the basement and die 5 years sooner than women? I thought that was a good trade.
Have a heart attack.
I thought that was a good trade. We had the moral high ground because we didn't complain as much. And we died sooner and left you with the fucking kids and the problems.
Yeah.
I thought that was a fair trade. Maybe I'm crazy.
But no, yeah, it gives you some edge, makes you funnier too, because
Oh yeah. I've always said the things I find funny are the things that go wrong. No success is funny.
Yeah.
Failure is funny. You don't laugh at someone who completes the balance beam perfectly at the Olympics. You laugh when they hit their fucking head and fall off. Yeah. Right? I mean, like old people taking a tumble, right? You never brag, right? Right? You know what's funny when you talk to your boys, when you talk about a fight that you got your ass kicked in? Not one where you beat up the other guy.
Yeah.
It's like, that's not funny. Great.
Yeah. Your friends don't want to hear that.
Cool bragging story. Next.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I got my ass kicked, but by someone 10 years younger and 5 inches shorter than me.
Yeah.
That's fucking funny.
Yeah. They're like, show me the video.
Yeah, exactly. A midget kicked my ass. Show me that video.
Yeah.
Pull it up. Please post it on YouTube. That'll get 1 million likes. You kicking a midget's ass, 0 likes.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like I sent. Sometimes you see like things on. It's like on Instagram. You'll see things that are so bad that they blow up in virality.
Yeah,
it's just like this. It's because people don't want to like. It's harder to like get out there with a good thing than like everyone likes to make fun of you.
Yeah, well, people commiserate over shared misery.
Yeah,
like I mean, it's weird. At some point, it flips though. Like when you become a big enough influencer, flossing becomes part of the job.
Flossing.
Like like I think about like the Paul brothers, right?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of their shit they post is them, how much money they make, them doing this, them doing that. So at some point, like pissing off your haters becomes the way to keep growing your. But starting out, like if I talked about all my successes, no one would follow me.
Yeah, you got to get your dick stomped on.
Yeah, exactly. People gravitate, towards my social media because I talk about awful shit that's happened in my life or something that resonates with all of us, right?
Yeah.
You get dumped or you lose a job or like it's like, oh yeah, that's happened to me. I resonate with that. But then once I forget, I don't know where the mark is. Maybe it's 1 million followers. Like after that, you got to start showing your bank account and be like, look, I made 40 million this week.
Yeah,
and
you need to have some fuck you money to like where it's like I don't really need to be doing this anymore.
Which is kind of funny because that's when they precisely increase their fucking social media presence.
Yeah. And then you start like boxing Mike Tyson.
Yeah, and then you're Kim Kardashian coming up with fucking bras that have built-in nipples, just because it's going to be a great marketing ploy to get people to buy this dumb shit.
Is that what she has?
Her new thing at Skims is a bra with fucking fake nipples that stay
so it
hard.
like
they
pokes
stay
out
hard.
of your. Oh.
Yeah.
I think my science teacher had those in high school.
Male, female?
Female.
Okay, well, I don't. You're a young man, so it could be a they them. Yeah.
She was hot.
The Kim Kardashian fake nipples. You'll see these things. Yeah, there you go. They're just built-in hard nipples.
It's a good look. The guys like that.
You know what's better? Just don't wear the bra.
Yeah, I guess that.
Like, how much of these?
I really like how this one advertises the bra.
That's actually sick.
What does it say? Nipple push-up bra?
No, I'm just looking at
Oh,
that ass.
fat ass. Yeah, the bra. Yeah, it's funny. They're selling a bra and it's a black woman's fat ass. With
Just softcore porn right there.
How much are these fucking things? $64.
I don't know the going rate.
Save your
bras.
$64 for these Kim Kardashian nipple bras and just don't wear a bra and let your nipples hang out.
No complaints with that.
I'm with free the nipple. That's my thing.
Yeah,
that's my movement. I'm part of.
Have you ever been a part of any big movements?
No, I don't do group activities.
No,
I think they're fucking stupid. I'm convinced that once you have more than 3 people involved in it, the average IQ drops by 20%. Like think about this when you go to the airport, right? We all know for fucking almost 30 years now, you got to take your shoes off, right?
Oh, dude.
Then you get in the TSA line, and every third fucking cocksucker in the line, we have to take our shoes off.
Yeah.
Once you get the mob mentality, everyone's IQ comes down 20, 30 points. So group things, that's why I don't do, political groups. I don't, I did some team sports as a kid, but as an adult, I'm not on any team.
No softball teams?
No. I mean, I would if for fun, but also like these are responsibilities. I like being an individual. That's why I got into comedy because I get to share my thoughts.
Yeah, it's hard.
I don't have to worry about other people's thoughts. I get to worry about my thoughts.
It's hard to like keep up with those things and just be, like then it just you get so invested into it and it's like this is like.
Well, that's part of the problem.
Yeah.
You get if you become part of a group, you start adopting all of the group's principles, whether or not you believe in them individually.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you've seen it at USC, right? On these college campuses, these kids are fucking going crazy pro Hamas protest. It's like, well, we're liberals, so we have to agree with all this. It's like that's an illiberal idea. To agree with a terrorist organization that subjugates women is not liberal.
Yeah.
But because liberals, this is on their agenda, I got to add this to the shit I accept. It's like, no, I don't accept this. I disagree with this particular fucking thing you're in.
Yeah, the whole thing is weird. It's like, why are there like such strong sides? I don't really know much, but there's such strong sides on it. But I feel like there's so much gray area in it. It's like, how can you have such a big stance on it?
But that's part of the problem, George. A lot of these young people don't know what's. I mean, they've interviewed. Go fucking YouTube, man on the street. They ask these kids like, why are you standing here with pro-Palestinian stance? Like, and their answers are so weak. Oh, because the school's cracking down on protests, so I'm here to support them. Like, you don't even know what you're supporting.
Yeah.
Like that, so there's a lot of ignorance in that. And I think just the propaganda war. Clearly, Hamas has won the propaganda war on TikTok. I mean, like, they had it so good a few weeks back that young people were reposting comments, clips from Osama bin Laden's open letter to America.
Jeez, I didn't see any of that.
He's got some points. I'm like, you know, like you guys want to cancel fucking R. Kelly's music, but meanwhile you're okay with like retweeting Osama bin Laden.
I didn't know this was a thing.
Yeah, dude.
I'm not on Hamas talk. So.
There's a whole thing out there.
They were supporting Osama bin Laden.
Oh, dude. I mean, you know, they're saying Israel's committing a genocide. It's like, well, no, because it didn't. They could have leveled Gaza. They didn't yet. Like, you know, like they could have killed all 4 million people there. They killed 35,000. But if the shoe were on the other foot, Hamas has stated they want to eradicate Israel. That is their stated goal, to commit a genocide of all the Jews in Israel. Israel can commit a genocide in Gaza and hasn't.
And they don't. Okay.
Yeah, and they haven't, and haven't yet. So you know, there's like a mismatch. There's an asymmetry in the morality of both sides. Like,
I see what you're saying.
Obviously, I don't want there to be a war anywhere, but one side express goal is to eradicate Jews, and the other side's express goal is to not get not have 1,200 people killed in a terrorist attack. Yeah. So you know, and they're trying to avoid killing civilians. I mean, of course, you're not going to be able to when Hamas has dug tunnels underneath every public institution in Gaza, so the only way we can bomb them is by bombing public places.
They'd have tunnels underneath to do it. Like
they spent $3 billion over
Bane style. Like
they've built I think it's like 600 miles of tunnels underneath Gaza. Yeah, dude. They took.
Well, it's like the Jews in New York. They have all those tunnels. Are they doing the same thing?
Yeah, why can't we bring these people to the table over shared interests?
Seems like they're both doing the same. Like,
that's how we break this log jam and a ceasefire. Let's get them together and just talk about tunnel construction, and we'll see what happens from there.
Have them finish the high-speed rail to San Francisco. Let's get some of that.
That'd be great. If we get some Orthodox Jews and some Hamas supporters and fly them to New York to finish the Lexington Avenue subway line they've been trying to get done for 50 years, the 2nd Avenue subway line.
Did they ever figure out what those tunnels were for?
Oh,
in New York?
I don't know.
Was
I'm
it
sure
like some trafficking stuff?
I'm sure you can look it up. Well, the thing is, I know in the Orthodox community, there's only certain places you can go on the Sabbath. So there's actually wires in Brooklyn that on the Sabbath denote how far the Hasidic Jews can go. Otherwise, they're like out of range of I don't know what. See, when we get into religion, I shoot from the hip. I don't know the details of these people's. I barely know Catholicism, and I was raised and subjugated under it for 13 years consecutively.
Subjugated?
Yeah, you know, I mean, I was forced into this fucking.
You went to Catholic school
I did
growing
CCD
up?
classes.
The dog came in to change the topic. He felt us going in the wrong direction.
He's like, these guys should not be talking about the Middle East.
Yeah.
This is a sensitive topic, guys.
Dog on the play.
Move on. Yeah, but I was raised Catholic. I guess you're Orthodox Christian?
No. Croatians are Catholic.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the good guys.
So how did it break up? I know there's like 4 or 5 countries, right? It's Croatia, Serbia, Montenegro, Czech
Bosnia, Herzegovina, Slovenia. Not Albania. Kosovo.
That's right. And the Serbs were the Muslims, right?
Bosnians are Muslim.
Okay.
And then Serbs are Orthodox Christian. Croatians were Catholic.
Okay.
And then what else is there? No, yeah, that's and then Kosovo, Albania is Muslim, but Albania wasn't a part of Yugoslavia. But Kosovo, I mean,
there was a ton of Albanians that came moving around in the 90s during the.
There's like a pretty big Albanian mafia.
Yeah,
out
but
there
I feel like they
in
weren't
New York.
Muslim. I feel like they were Christians.
There's also Christian Albanians.
At least
too.
the ones that moved in out by me.
They're either Muslim or Orthodox Christian.
That was one thing about where I grew up. Grew up in New York City, Queens. Queens is the only county on earth where all 205 spoken languages are spoken currently, which is crazy.
Is that actual?
More languages are spoken in the county of Queens than in any other place on earth. Than any other
Jesus
county
Christ! How many of those languages did you?
Fucking, I barely know English, dude. You know that's how you know I grew up in Queens. But but that was one thing I was thinking about because I grew up. You know, it was mostly a Hispanic and black neighborhood. You know, Puerto Ricans and black folks. There were still some poor whites, that were moving out. The Italians, there was some mafia people out there. It's all right.
Fucking nerds.
There was, but there was very few Jews.
Yeah.
It seemed that every one of my the
Lucky. I had to get one.
Yeah. That was an easy. That was a softball. But there was even my black friends, all the Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, all of the Albanians that moved in, all of them were Christian, predominantly Catholic. So a handful of Orthodox, but my neighborhood was probably 95% Catholic.
Really?
And a handful of of other Christian denominations. No Jews. So no matter what race or what ethnicity, you were Catholic moving into my neighborhood. So that was like the one rule. Like, yeah, we'll have Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, and Italians, but you all have to be Catholic.
Yeah.
That was what they didn't accept was non-Catholicism.
Yeah, you have to worship the one God.
Yeah. Jesus Christ, shredded Jesus.
Yeah, we had. I'm from Glendale, so we, just a bunch of Armenians.
Oh yeah,
basically. Yeah. I think there's more Armenians in Glendale than Armenia. Like I actually.
I mean, there are more Jews in the United States than Israel. So
yeah.
That's why I was talking last week with my buddy Nate. I was like, why don't we just give them New Jersey? Just move all the Israelis over to New Jersey.
Not
New Jersey.
New Jersey. There you go. Right, the name. It wrote itself.
That's worse than my lucky comment.
No, all my teachers are Jewish though. All my public school
really?
teachers were Jewish. Yeah, they came from Long Island.
They shipped them over to the Queens.
Well, I mean, white
Bust
flight
them.
started before I was born. So all the Jews that had money and the Italians that had any sort of hope moved to Long Island by the time I was, running around Queens. Okay. So they would come back to work, but they wouldn't live there. They lived in Jericho and Oyster Bay.
Jericho.
There's a Jericho, Long Island.
Okay.
That's why we should give them Long Island and New Jersey. I mean, they're already there.
Yeah.
I honestly, if you give them Boca, Nassau County and the northern half of New Jersey.
Fair deal.
Yeah. And
They're like, we already have it.
That's true. Yeah, we already have that and California and all the banks. Shut up.
Yeah.
We already control all that.
Yeah, they are good with the money stuff. I'll give them that. But is this a true kind of like SAT question kind of thing? All Israelis are Jews, but not Jews are Israelis. That's correct, right?
No.
There's
a huge population of Arab and of Muslim and Christian Jews in Israel. I actually looked that up. What percentage of the Israeli population is Muslim and what percentage is Christian? Because they sit in parliament. Like there's Arab Muslims that sit on the Israeli parliament.
But are they ethnically Israeli or ethnically?
Well, they're born and raised in Israel, I guess. But I mean, like there's another thing Hamas wouldn't do. They wouldn't have Jews sit on their governing body, right? I mean, like there's a definite moral bifurcation here. Oh, here we go. 18% of the Israeli population is Muslim, and 2% is Christian. There you go. And 1.5% Druze. The Druze are weird.
The Druze?
The Druze are like they're kind of like they're Amish.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, a little fundamentalist.
Yeah.
Which I don't know. The Druze I think is Christian, but like Christian.
Do you ever come across any Amish people living on the East Coast, or?
I mean, I've seen them around, like in Pennsylvania and shit, but they're not like serious. How serious Amish can you be if I see you walking around a fucking Walmart? Like there's two types of Amish, right? There's like it's kind of like Jewish Orthodox and like Jewish Reform.
Yeah.
There's levels to it, just like in Christianity, right? Fundamentalist Christians versus lapsed Catholics. Most people I know are Catholic because they were raised that way.
Yeah, but
they haven't been to church in 30 years.
When was the last time you went to church?
My grandfather died.
Was it recent?
It was probably 4 or 5 years ago. And that's because I had to, because he had a Catholic mass during his funeral.
Okay.
Yeah. The time before that I would have gone would have been my own wedding, but I canceled that. So.
How you canceled the how much?
Yeah.
How much
I've done 5 of the 7 sacraments. I haven't done my last rites or marriage, but the rest of them I've done.
How much lead time did you give before canceling the wedding?
A cup of coffee. Not long.
Was it really close?
Real close.
Fuck,
Real close. Yeah.
Really?
I mean, I was effectively married. It was just invitations were out. People were boarding planes, and I was like, "This isn't gonna happen."
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Wait, but you knew, you must have known for a while that you were.
Well,
like,
we had a few conversations, and ultimately she's like, "Oh, let's just see how it goes." And then ultimately, I was like, "No, I can't." Like, once the gun was to my head, I was like, "No, this isn't gonna end well."
How long ago was that? How old were you?
Oh man, this is going over 10 years ago. So it would have been 2012. 13 years ago. Fuck, where did my life go?
So what, you were like in late 20s
I was 28
then?
going on 29.
Damn, dude.
Yeah, it was your age.
It's a different life of you. Like,
oh my God, I've lived multiple lifetimes, my friend.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I know. I know. Well, we'll get more into that. I'll let you interview on your fucking podcast.
Yeah.
Mike's getting bored over there, and we got to get to the news because I know he's got fucking things to do today. Actually, he probably shouldn't. Jeff canceled.
This is the best part of the news.
Yeah, my personal favorite part, because God knows this goes all over the fucking map. All right, first up, let me go to my stories here. Saved news. And this actually goes back to what you were talking about this depression Instagram shit.
Depression algo.
The depression algo, is that what they call it?
That's what I call it. I don't know if it's...
Okay.
Well, I'll tell you, we got a social media manager around here. He's about 25 years old, and ever since he got shared on my Instagram accounts for some of these pages, all I see are some little OnlyFans girls destroying Lamborghinis and jumping on roofs of cars and horrible shit.
This is a new kink.
So what
Instagram
algorithm
models
is that?
destroying automobiles?
That's what he likes, is like disturbing the peace, like destroying public things, and like
Oh man, mine is a lot of fight videos.
fight videos,
like
public fighting.
Yeah, I just like watching guys knock each other out
Yeah.
in a street fight.
That's always great.
I mean, because it's just
Yeah,
visceral.
yeah.
But anyway, listen to this. Only 21% of men have had 15 or more sexual partners by the time they hit age 50. According to a study by the CDC, 21% of men have had 15 or more sexual partners by the time they're 50, while 9.5% of women have had 15 or more.
So wait. Less
Yeah.
or
Half
women have less partners than men.
That's what they're claiming. So this math doesn't add up for me. It would seem that women are lying, or men are lying and are exaggerating, because those percentages should roughly be the same. Although we do know that high status men have sex more, like collect sexual partners more than low status men.
That is true. I would think that. I mean, it's easier for girls.
Oh yeah.
So I would think that's more, but I think they're also a bit.
It's not
more.
easier for ugly girls, though, and I bet those
No, it
ugly...
is,
Yeah,
no,
I bet they
is.
find that one or two and lock it down.
No, I bet it is. I bet it is easier for ugly girls too. Think about it. Your average 4 girl is going to have more sexual partners than your average 4 guy, right? Because it's just.
Well, we were just talking earlier
Women-
about who asks out who, and so you're sitting around that number 4 could ask out all the 8s and 7s and 6s in the world and catch one on a bad day. That 4 is waiting for someone to ask him out, and
But that's the thing. Those things are like slump busters, dude. You know, like these chicks, like a woman just has to. Most women just say yes or no to the offer of sex. Men have to go pursue it. So just the pursuit alone, I feel like lowers the amount of options a man has.
Okay, how about this?
poor girl's been slump busted 15 times.
Yeah. That 4 out there is.
Is it
It was all one night too. It was all.
would you
Hope she got paid well.
Yeah.
would you say generally it's easier for, let's say, a 4 guy to, eventually once in a while can get like a hotter chick than it is for a 4 girl to get a good looking guy?
Of course, because men have the great equalizer, money. A man does not care how much money a woman makes or her status. But women care about status and money, right? So like you get an ugly guy like fucking Jeff Bezos banging dimes because he's the second richest guy on earth, and he's Jeff Bezos. Whereas I don't care how fucking how much money his ex-wife Mackenzie Scott has. If the bitch is ugly, I'm not gonna have sex with her. It doesn't matter how many millions she has. Or billions.
I don't know. I'm at a different point in my career.
Oh yeah, well
She's got enough money.
Yeah, but I'm saying I generalize here. Mike, we don't work on fact in this podcast. We work on wild generalizations and we shoot from the hip with what we feel. That's all. We're not fact checking. Okay, so get that out of your fucking.
We don't say sorry.
No, we definitely don't do that. Nothing makes you look more guilty than apologizing, and we don't apologize on this podcast.
Even though there's a lot of things too.
Oh yeah, even though I should be.
Yeah. So we can say this, that it's a girl in the 4 territory can generally get more action than a guy in 4 territory, but within her own pool.
Yes.
But it's easier for the 4 guy
to get out of it.
Yeah. And
work at a higher level because of money and stuff.
I think that's pretty fair shakeout then.
Yeah, I mean, those are the rules of the game.
Yeah.
Like men care about physical beauty and women care about status. So, men, tend to get rejected more, but we have the chance to outkick our coverage whereas women get more offers. But
to claw our way out of there.
No matter how, if you're the CEO if you become the fucking first female president of the country and you're ugly, I still don't have sex with you. You know, I wouldn't fuck Hillary Clinton with your dick if she was the president. So you know, so there's that.
No, that's fair. That's fair.
No, I think that makes sense.
Who's the weirdest lady you would fuck for power? Most unconventional woman that you would fuck for power or fame?
I make that joke about
that's
Hillary.
A good question.
I make that joke about Hillary Clinton, but I would fuck Hillary Clinton just for the story. To say you fucked the most venomous woman on earth. I mean, like the most rapacious, you know, conniving, power hungry. I mean, like that's a real get. You know, I mean, when do you think the last time Bill fucked her was? Probably in the 70s. Probably whatever the day before Chelsea Clinton got conceived.
Does she also have like, you know, we know Bill, you know, is on the side. Does she also, or is she kind of like asexual at this point?
No, from what I understand, she drinks the blood of infants, and that's really what's her sexual arousal. I don't think anything sexually arouses her other than power.
Yeah. That's a good point.
I'm gonna go out on a limb here, allegedly. Right?
I'm trying to give a good answer for Mike's. Power.
Would you fuck Michelle Obama?
That's a dude, so.
The question still stands. You know, I'd fuck Barack for the money.
No, I don't. But I'd let myself I'd probably you know, Harvey Weinstein other way around. You know, maybe for a good opportunity.
Oh, like
if it was a girl,
let a woman prey on you.
Meryl Streep.
Yeah, Rosie O'Donnell, something like that.
Like, aren't there a bunch of stories from like back in the day at the
Lizzo.
store?
Apparently, Lizzo was a fucking
but like at comedy wise, Mitzi would like hook up with put comments on that she like liked, and then hook up. Like, I'd probably do that.
Yeah. I mean, I'd like to have that avenue for career success. I feel like there's a glass ceiling now for men because we can't fuck our way to the top.
Yeah.
Or fuck our way to the middle, as I would do.
You can. You just better be ready to be the bottom.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, take a pegging. Here's one that kind of dovetails with that. A tech executive predicts an AI girlfriend app will exceed a $1 billion market cap soon. A tech executive put out a blog on X recently in which he predicted that an app that allows people to date virtual girlfriends powered by artificial intelligence will exceed a $1 billion market cap within the year. So this kind of dovetails with the amount of guys having low count of sexual partners in this depression thing. Do you think, I would say yes, do you think that like if there is a good virtual girlfriend app, guys will do this and it will bring down the amount of available men in the dating pool?
And there's like that goes along with like the realistic sex dolls and stuff or whatever.
Oh, this is just the app.
Just the app. So what?
So the emotional connection. So all these guys you see on depression TikTok.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Right. It's like that movie. Fucking what was that movie with
Her?
Yeah.
Yeah. Easy.
Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah. That's just like so many guys need like something. So if they can get like a real like I fucking have talked to the Snapchat AI bot and just like, hey, what's that? Like, and I have friends. So it's just like, yeah, of course they're gonna do that.
See, this is one that I find a little bit curious because most girlfriends, like talking to them is a pain in the ass. You know, like the best part of having a girlfriend is, you know, like doing stuff with them and having sex with them and going places. But like talking on the phone or texting with your girlfriend, like it's.
But that's because that's because a real girl can be like, you know,
annoying,
naggy, annoying.
Yeah.
If it's
but if your girlfriend is like she knows all the sports
girlfriend's
scores,
an iPhone, then it's catered towards you. Yeah. Like that's what I have to imagine. Did you see the Ngannou fight?
Yeah, it was crazy. Like she can get engaged in that.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like talking to your boys.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
It's just a female voice.
Yeah, and she'll sext with you. But then also with the hyper realistic sex dolls, like once that really gets going, like it's a wrap there too.
Yeah,
like,
I don't think we're that far off either. I think the fully autonomous sex dolls will take a few years, but we already have VR porn.
Yeah,
we already have fleshlights, right? When are they just going to hook the VR to the fleshlight?
Yeah,
and you could just you know put that thing on your hose and put the goggles on your head, and you have a full-on sexual experience. Yeah. Right,
100%.
That's gonna within 12 months. That's gonna be a thing.
Yeah, I'm sure there are already guys doing it.
Yeah, there's a whole team of fucking nerds at Meta.
That's the only reason they're building that technology.
Their favorite fleshlight to to the Meta glasses or the Google glasses to get this shit to work.
But like, yeah, guys are already doing that. They're like fucking Gatorade bottles with lotion. Like if there's a fucking
what? Is this a low rent version of this? Is this like a hood?
Make your own fleshlight.
A fucking ghetto fleshlight.
Yeah.
So what do you do? How do you know about this?
What do you do? Is
what do they do?
No. I think they put lotion in a Gatorade bottle and fuck it. But which I also never understood because maybe these guys are packing more than me. But a Gatorade bottle, I mean, there's not a lot of grip there.
Well, that's the thing. There's no elasticity to it.
Yeah.
So if you have to be sized just right, or else it's too snug or too loose.
Yeah.
But worse, like what if?
But I think that's what people do.
What if you fuck it a few times and it cracks and then your pussy's broken, right?
Then
right, you don't want to. Nobody wants a worn out fake pussy.
Yeah, but it's a Gatorade bottle. You can't buy. It's 2 for $3.50.
Oh man, I take recycling seriously around my house.
Oh, I'm sure you do. Yeah, you drive a hybrid now, so.
I don't know why you think you're not throwing it away at the end of one use anyways, Randy.
That's a good point. Yeah, that's got to be the weirdest part about a fleshlight is cleaning it out. Like, where do you do that? In the shower, in your kitchen sink, in your dishwasher?
Was I cutting a clip on this podcast where someone said there was like a dorm room fleshlight, or was that something else? A different podcast?
That's
gotta be different.
Everybody's Got a Price, and it was
It was Josh Nelson.
Chad.
Oh yeah.
Dorm room fleshlight.
Yeah.
That is dark.
Oh yeah, that's gross. It's gross. Yeah.
That is very, very, very dark.
Have you ever shaved? I mean, like someone used like your electric razor for their pubes or anything like that, or like where it's like
No, never.
no, yeah,
No, I would
never.
never
But
allow I've given someone like, hey, I'm done with this razor. If you needed to trim your shit, keep it. But I don't play that. Here's a question: have you ever used your beard trimmer on your pubes and then on your face? That's all my hair.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, it's fine with yourself, but you can't.
It's like asking if you ever scratched your balls in your face without washing your hands. Like, yeah.
I mean, I always scratch my face after I scratch my balls. That's the order of operations in my house.
It's a sniff into a scratch.
What is that about human beings that we smell our own own filth? All animals do that, and even us. Like I'll notice if I'm taking a dump, like this smells particularly weird today.
Yeah,
like,
and you're impressed with yourself too.
Like, I don't like this brand, or this brand. This is pretty good for me.
Yeah,
you're impressed with yourself.
Yeah. No, yeah, that is fucking weird. I don't know. I mean, it's got to be like a pheromone thing or something.
I know, and other people's farts, no matter what, smell bad to you. Like I've never smelled someone's fart. I'm like, this is a particularly. It's always like grotesque.
There are yours though where you're like, oh fuck, I know this is terrible, but it doesn't. It doesn't bother you, even though you know, like if anyone else was around, like it's, yeah.
Oh yeah, give yourself the old teacup.
Yeah. Did the wedding not work out because the farts were too bad?
Yeah, I was passing gas on the altar and they fucking ran. I was stripping the paint off the fucking the wedding canopy.
Clear out the whole first pew.
Exactly. Pew pew. All right, here's a fun one. You can buy a flame-throwing dog robot for under $10,000. Google this, Mikey. Introducing the innovative Terminator robot dog from an Ohio company featuring a flamethrower, and it's priced at a measly $9,400. With the ability to emit flames up to 30 feet and control remotely via smartphone app, this cutting-edge machine has a 1-hour battery life and advanced navigation system with LiDAR and FPV. Ideal for wildfire management, agriculture, and entertainment, this unique device is legal in most states, with restrictions in Maryland and, of course, this shithole state, California.
This thing is sick.
Now, why... Do we really need guns anymore now that we have fucking flamethrowing robot dogs?
Well, when you first said it, I thought it was a flamethrower that like catapulted dogs on fire, like trebuchet Rome style.
Oh no! This is,
this is actually a robot dog.
Yeah, for the listeners who won't see this, we'll see it on YouTube. You can Google it. It's the robot dog from Boston Scientific with a fucking flamethrower on top. And if you've ever seen those videos of that robot dog, it could do like crazy tricks. I mean, this thing is fucking legit. And $9,400.
It's got a laser on its back too.
Dude, I want to walk that on the street like it's my regular dog. Just see people's reaction.
Take it to the dog park.
Yeah, dude. Just fucking start lighting shit up.
That would be so funny.
I just take out a homeless encampment with my fucking flamethrowing dog.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what's the practical use of that? But I think we
Break
just
up protests.
nail. Yeah,
This is gonna be featured on Columbia University's campus next week.
dude. Yeah, that would. If you see this thing coming at you, you're like, I'm done. I'm packing up the tents and I'm.
I mean, this is
getting out.
Terminator 2 shit, dude.
Yeah.
This is the end of times.
Yeah, it's kind of cute though too.
Isn't it?
And it's $9,400.
$9,400, dude.
I mean, that's a lot of money, but it's also, I feel like for what you're
For
getting,
a robot flamethrowing dog.
for the people that do have the money that would spend it on something like this, that's not a lot of money.
People spend more on laptops, dude. Like some of these
Yeah.
Apple laptops out there. I mean, I think having one of these fucking things run out of your house would be way sicker.
Yeah.
Steal a lot of laptops with one of these.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Give me your laptop.
I'm going to use my robot flamethrowing dog to rob banks.
Yeah. My enemies are going to be screwed.
Yeah, Donald Trump didn't have a dog in his first term. His second term this is going to be the dog.
This is his vice president.
This is his vice. Yeah, I'd like to be the head of the Department of Justice.
Yeah.
Robot Terminator.
And honestly, like, yeah, the Trump base, like, all right, fuck yeah. Like, let's fucking- I'm in.
The Iron Dome's gonna have a tough time with these.
Yeah, I know,
Put these
right?
in the fucking tunnels.
I'm sure it's been suggested.
Yeah, you get these things in the tunnels, dude.
Yeah, I think it's sick.
All right, one last one. I know
All
it's
right,
usually one more than I usually do, but this one came up today, and I'm curious to get your take. AI death calculator creator issues an urgent warning about frighteningly accurate tool. Creators of Life2Vec, the scarily accurate death calculator invented by U.S. and Danish scientists, are warning of a new threat to those curious about learning when they can kick the bucket. That being copycat Terminator apps that hijack personal information. So apparently this company, Life2Vec, has created an app that, based on ChatGPT technology, with 78% accuracy, can determine life expectancy for individuals. And they're concerned that there are copycats out there that are just stealing data. But buried in this story is the fact that this company created an AI algorithm that, with almost 80% accuracy, can determine life expectancy. Now, question is, if you could know how much time you got left, would you want to know?
No, I wouldn't want to know. It just, I get too in my head about things and, like, you know, imminency of things. I'm like, I don't want to. I hate the build up to things. I'd rather just, like, you know,
Let it come and get you.
yeah. You know.
What about you,
Yeah.
Mikey? If you had an 80% chance of knowing how long you'd live, would you take it?
I feel like you can kind of be guessing that anyway, especially if you're thinking natural cause. Like, I mean, this thing can't account for getting, like, hit by a truck crossing the street, but, like, health and everything else, like,
But you don't know. It
and
could,
your parents.
It could also, like, I don't know what the
It asks you a
technology.
series of,
But it might know about what your activity, like
It
how
does.
active you
So
are.
there's
and
a
what
series
kind
instead of
like
30 or 40 questions that that the ChatGPT model asks you, and based not only on your direct response, but the speed, the timing, the word choice you use, it gets a sense of better sense of yours. So, like, if you have a poor vocabulary, it assumes that you're uneducated, and uneducated people die sooner. Like, there's different things like that, right? Like, so based on your response, it'll ask you, do you ride a bike? So maybe it will know if you have a higher chance of getting fucking hit by a bus because you ride a bike around all day.
You answer 10 multiple choice questions and you know when you can die. How fucked up.
Yeah, right.
And how far out are we starting? Because, like, 20% accuracy, if we're starting when someone's like,
91, yeah. They're going to be pretty balls on. You're going to die within 3 years.
yeah, or I don't know. I could see it being like, oh, that's a 20-year gap. Like,
Yeah. I think it's tough, 'cause I don't like surprises. I don't like, I want to know what the fuck's coming around. But I feel like I would be fine if they told me how many years I have left, but not when I would go exactly or how I would go. They say, oh, you got 22 years left. You got 36 years left. Okay. But I don't know, like, in that 36th year, is it January 1st? Is it December 31st?
Yeah.
And how is it going to happen? Like I don't want to know that, oh, you're going to get cancer in 20 years and die a slow, miserable death. That I don't want to know.
Yeah, that would suck.
Right? But I think knowing
Here,
how...
Andy, you got 45 years, and if it's more, you're going to die a slow, miserable death of something.
Yeah, that's a good point.
There you go. I win.
Yeah. Mike Nell's
And
the AI.
that's within 20%, maybe
20%
25% accuracy.
Yeah, plus minus 5 years.
Yeah.
That's the thing. But if I knew I had like 22 years, like, all right, then I'm gonna spend money. So on that last day, I have $1
Yeah,
left. You know, kind of thing.
You could plan things better.
Say my goodbyes, have some fun. Prioritize some things. If I have 1 year left, it's like, well, fuck paying taxes.
Yeah.
Well, I got 20 years left.
saying
I
that
don't want
anyway. So.
18 of them in jail because I was evading taxes.
Yeah.
Simple shit like that.
Damn, yeah. No, it is a tough question that makes you really think in turn. Like, fuck. But yeah, I wouldn't want to know.
Yeah, that's the mystery of life. Is the mystery of life. Let it be a mystery.
It's it's like in high school. It's like, you don't want to know you have a test coming up. You just show up in school and you're like, oh fuck, I forgot we have a test.
That's how you. Yeah. That's why you went to USC and not to Berkeley. You fucking moron.
Hey, fuck Berkeley. I could have.
Could you? Oh yeah, you played football.
No, I couldn't have gone to Berkeley.
Really?
No.
Why not?
No.
I thought they have a shittier football team than you.
I didn't play football.
I thought you played something.
My brother played football.
I thought you
plays
some...
football.
I
mean, I played football in high school, but
okay.
I wasn't. I would never have played.
Okay.
He's an up-and-coming stand-up comic. It's not Berkeley material.
Yeah, that's true.
I wouldn't have chosen. Yeah.
Well, no one expects you to be from Brown. That's an anomaly. So.
I know. I don't tell anybody.
You went to
about
Brown?
That. Yeah, I don't tell anybody about that. Until unless they ask.
Trust me, Brown doesn't tell anyone about it either.
Yeah, exactly. It's a two-way street, buddy. It's,
Damn, I would love for you to give the commencement speech one year.
Oh my God, I was middle school and high school valedictorian.
Really?
Yeah,
Fuck, dude,
and the deans or whatever did not like my high school valedictorian speech.
Was it just crude?
Well, it was basically don't listen to what adults tell you. Do whatever you want. It's your life, and they were like, that's not. We want to be like, don't you?
That's
want to
not
be
what
like
we instilled
rigor?
in you.
I said, no, you guys are full of shit. This is what I'm saying. If you don't like it, choose somebody else. And the next person was like an Asian kid who couldn't speak English. So like, all right, well, I guess we're stuck with him delivering the speech.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, because they have to read your shit before, right?
Like, yeah. They have to prove it. I couldn't get up there and
Damn, dude, you're a valedictorian.
Yeah, man.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's that and a fucking nickel will get you a phone call.
Yeah. Before we, or I don't know how much time, but I figure we're probably close to that.
Yeah.
I have a sketch idea that I want to run by you, that I want you in. And it's kind of based off, based off people we know. But I want to do a sketch where, and I think you're perfect for it, where your job is you are the OnlyFans, like, replier for OnlyFans girls. Yeah. And you're just like, you're out with people. And I got to work real quick. And you're just like, yeah, I'm fondling your balls right now, like voice to text, like responding to the people.
I'm in.
Yeah, I think you would be.
I'm licking your balls.
Yeah, exactly. Like, sorry guys, I'm just
oh my God, they're so salty.
Right
Jam them in my throat.
And, dude, yes. I fucking knew you would be perfect for this sketch.
Yeah, that's actually that's going to come up on this week's episode, which you'll get the clips of from Sophia Locke. We talk about how that's the big mystery in the OnlyFans world, that the girls who are on it will not talk about. The fact that their management companies
dudes
have an army of people in Bangladesh or in Thailand who do all their responses for the sexting.
Well, we all know a stand-up comic who does some responding for another stand-up comic.
Yeah. Well, I mean, shout out Mac Lawson. She was talking about how she had a guy, a gay friend of hers do it. She's like, no, I prefer having.
Yeah. But yeah, you would be. I think you would be really good at it. Like that would.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, think about it. Who's going to know what a guy wants better than a guy?
Yeah.
Right. I mean, like you have to let go of the fact you're talking to another dude, but like, what would I like her to do to me? Yeah, I'll this.
Yeah, you're getting hard. You're getting hard yourself. Coming up with the prompts.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden I start dating her fucking. I started dating the woman's subscribers.
So the punchline to the skit is he's got to be doing like speech to text the whole time, so you can hear him saying all these vulgar things, but then the guys are just reading it. Well, then the last time he accidentally sends a voice memo, and the guy getting it gets Randy's voice.
Yeah.
Hey, let me suck you off tonight.
Yeah.
And then he comes twice as hard.
Yeah.
Ironically.
All right, you guys are going to see this sketch soon. We got to do it. It would be a good one.
Where can people find you?
George Dulcich on Instagram and stuff, and then also I do have a sketch channel, Doghouse DAWG_TV. Check it out.
Doghouse TV, and it's Dulcich, Dulcich.
Yeah. Thank you, dude. I always love coming.
Yeah, man, always fun having you. We always get good clips out of us. I'm sure you'll find something to edit up nice.
100%.
Guys, you can follow the podcast at Ready Set Blow. Follow me at Randy Valerio. You want to see my tour dates as usual? Go to @jeffdye.com.
If you want to see my tour dates, look at the street pole outside.
No, but Mikey offered to make me a website. I'm gonna take him up on it.
But if you are Croatian, Serbian,
go back
Balkan,
to your country.
Go to San Diego, March or May 18th, Avenue. Josh Nelson's
all right.
putting
Nice.
it together for us, or we used him for a venue. So yeah,
Nice.
come check it out, guys.
All right, guys. That's it for this one. We'll check you next week. Peace.